everyone, and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV Online Zalera server. I'm Gwar. I'll be showing you my business, how I make millions per week, sometimes a day. It depends on the materials and everything. So, first off, I'm in the Crystarium. I'm a little bit mid-game. This is a video for those of you who cannot get to endgame content, but you still want to make money. I'm going to show you how. In you doing it, as long as you're not doing it on my server, you'll actually benefit me as well, if you do it on yours. So, first and foremost, here are my retainers. It did not happen this way overnight. It started out with the base. So each one of my vendors has, the first three are armor. We'll take a look at, let's see, I know, weird first name here. Here's the inventory on the back end stock. I try to keep 12 of every item stocked at all times. I've got everything you can think of. Each individual vendor has a theme though. So if you take a look here, we've got you stuff, holy stuff. I stuck with Archeos skin, Hematite, and Isle Wolf, which I sell a lot of the Isle Wolf rings of slaying, but they go out so fast at 20k a pop, and I sell 2 at a time that I'm never holding any. Let's take a look at the next vendors. I'll just go over them quickly to not bore people. Here's Belmontague. This guy's got lots of different stuff on here. This stuff is not cheap either. Let me show you. 38, 39, 40k. I know it's not in-game hundreds of thousands, but it adds up fast as long as you check and restock once in the morning, afternoon, and evening. I check sometimes more often than that, but... Now, after Davis and Lee here, I'll show you what I'm actually selling in the markets. You see I'm running out of stock on some of this Smilodon skin stuff, and I seem to never be able to keep some of this in stock. Like, we've got competition. I'll just reprice these real fast. These sell in pairs of 2, 3, 4 because people seem to, I don't know what they're doing with them. Breaking them down as well, because some people buy way more than 2, even though that's all you can wear. Okay, so the basis of what I actually sell on the rest of my vendors, grade 4, things that you can buy in the firmament. Now here's how I do a search for it. Approved grade 4. That way you pull everything up, you don't pull out 1 through 3. The things that you want to look for that's people spend lots of money on, they buy quickly, they buy fast, there's never enough in stock, is sesame, which looks like all of mine sold. I was in here. Or rock salt. Here's me, you know, Linnea, Willow, Heather. You see how this adds up when it all sells, and people buy lots and very fast. You've got Mithrite sand. I'll just list them here. Mistletoe, toad, under exception. It has to be where you buy it very cheap and sell above. I'll tell you the rules here in a minute. Vine, tea leaves, Electromore. Then you've got spring water, ragstone. Ragstone's a big one. If you take a look here, yeah, I am right there. But sometimes some of these things can go way high. And what you do is I manipulate the markets myself with my money. I buy up the low stock as long as there's not stacks of 99 that people have. And then on the weekends, there are times where my rules are never manipulate during the weekends. You get crash markets too many times when that happens, with people running to the diadem and farming more. And then they'll dump them over and over again. What you want to do on a weekend is log in Saturday and Sunday early morning, reprice the entire market, like I'm in right now, but I already did it this morning, so you're not seeing too much fluff. There's a lot of people that post 1, 2, 3, 20, 30. And I actually help the market as I sell my stock crash to under 50. That way on Monday mornings, I server hop from server to server and I grab any inventory on all this stuff under 50, turn around, come back to our server, remanipulate, reprice. I'll show you one here in just a second that I did it with. It's right here, primordial resin. I now have them at sale at 188 per, that's 18K a stack. Just a couple hours ago, they were 77. I bought them all at 50 and under, and somebody else repriced this for me. I would have done it, but now that someone has done me a favor, I can make all the money, and hopefully they were someone from another server cleaning up my stock. See how important that is? You can go above 50 if you want. I'm a cheap person, so. There's next was wheat, gossamer cotton boll, booty sweat. That's a colorfully nice name. Actually, if you see here, they only have a quantity of 20 on both of these. I only have 41 cotton boll left, so I shouldn't buy this, but I would if it took me to a stack of 99 so that I could quickly sell at 299, make a quick flip of 50 gil per, which is acceptable as long as it sells fast. The other stuff here that sells well, tortoise hardly ever sells, but you can buy it cheap. See, I have 1,100 of it. Gold, some of these things I haven't really gotten into, but I know that they sell. If you check their history, a lot of people don't buy stacks of 99 that often. So it's a little hard pressed for me to manipulate something that's dumped on too much. This one is a really big one. Finest rock salt and regular rock salt always sells well. Now I normally shouldn't do that, I know, but right here on the list I am at 134. I want to make my quick cheddar. Weekends it's slow, or weekdays it slows way down, so you can manipulate a lot easier. Weekends it's crazy. Alright, I got 41 of these. No. Now you guys can go on a journey with me here in just a second to take a look. The rest of the stuff here is Cayman. I have sold strawberries. Strawberries are beautiful. You can pick these up at 15, so 150 gold a stack. And then sell them for up to 400, so 40K a stack. And right now I'm selling them for 11.7K. Then the last big thing is Sky Builder's barb grass. Now I will tell you specifically what to avoid because I have gone from server to server to server for months, and these things crash the market every time. You will lose every penny you put into it. You can go ahead and go above me and try, but you'll regret it. Switch, hemp. Let me take a look at this. It's always crashed. Iron ore, iron sand. You don't touch these. I can see some people like this bunny girl here. She chose to, and she's regretting it. The other one is this cotton boll. Don't mistake it for the gossamer one down below. Same with the two waters down here. These two, make sure you don't mix them up. This first water, True Spring, that's the one you want. Artisanal, avoid. Now, pretty much this is how I make my money. I come over here and I restock. I'll show you real quick. So, I already collected. Just reprice a little bit here. Okay, so, oops. So now I usually either go back to front, front to back, and let's see, I'll go from the front forward, because here's where my materials and things stop. I'll also show you my ingredients log here for all the things that I make. It has taken me a while. Okay, we've got one strawberry already up. It is tempting, but there's too many. See, I would normally pull this up to say I'd say 164 right here would be perfect pull up. And you could probably sell a lot of this. But what I should do, since I have maybe 3,000 of these, is drop this to under 50 on purpose and wait 2 days. Because half these guys up here will come back, realize that it's no longer that high of a price, and dump it under me so I can steal their product and then put it back up high. Okay. Rock salt. I'll just throw one of these up. So now we're 20 of 20. It only took a second here. This is the last one. And then I'll show you guys a bunch of other things here. A lot of stuff I actually wish I had, but it sells so quickly. Like the, let's see, Electrum Ore, Ragstone, the Cotton Bowl, they all go so fast that you can't keep them in stock. So my problem is I can't remember. Once they get under 100, I pull them and hold them for future. Okay. Okay, so first and foremost, you saw that the top 3 have my gear that is being sold on those vendors. Now the bottom 3, Willow, Jasmina, and Ruby down here, they hold all my crafting stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look real fast. In here I've got ore, minerals, sands, ingots, rivets, you name it, nuggets, all sorts of stuff. I've got large amounts. A lot of this stuff sells really well on the market, but I took the time with my wife and we went out and actually farmed everything 100 pieces of gear above what it costs to make it. That way I can make 100. And this is a slow thing I do each day, a little bit at a time. It's not all at once. But you can see here all the stuff I've got. We'll go to from Ruby up to Jasmina. Excuse me. Jasmina has all the different lumbers, logs, hollowed stuff, holy stuff, and then it's got alchemy mixed in because the woodworking that I do has a lot of mixtures with alchemy. And yes, I did use the firmament and diadem to max level myself up. It's what brought me on to selling all this stuff in the first place. Last, we've got the weaving stuff, and here's all my leathers. I have pretty much everything you can think of under the sun and need to keep it organized. I'm still restocking now. Half my inventory actually has not gotten that boost. Now the next thing that I should show you is to be able to do this. You can see I don't really level my war and magic, but I do level this. I've got blacksmith and armor with prestige as well as culinarian. And fishing is the only thing I haven't done. Now, if you were to do this, I would suggest leveling blacksmith, armorer, and carpenter. As you go along, leveling up, write down everything that they want you to turn in when you do quests for the main storyline of each one of these Disciples of Hand. People inherently are lazy, and they want to have it done for them. So find every piece of gear you can, write it down, keep track, and then come back and sell it. It's beautiful, it's replenishable, keeps going forever, especially with the ingredients from the diadem. Now let's do a little bit of world hopping for those of you who have never done so. This part of the video will help newbies and those who haven't done this before. Surprisingly, I didn't know about it until maybe 4 months ago when I started this. Now, I may look like I don't have much money on me, but remember, it's costed me maybe $2 million per class to level up on those crafters. And I've given my wife enough money to hold on to on the back end so that if a house that we want here in the residential district becomes available for the lotto, we can both try to bid on it. That way our odds are increased just a tiny bit. I highly doubt that's going to get us the house, but now to go to other worlds, you go to a main crystal in one of the 3 main towns like Lindsay here, visit another world, and it's as simple as this. All of them are listed. My favorite server? Goblin. I'll show you why. You guys in Goblin, you always have cheap stuff. Every time I come to you, I end up spending about $1 million, but I come back with maybe $2, $3, $4 million worth of product. So I'll do this over and over again. I'll just hop from server to server, come back to their main hub, and do a check. Oops. I'm going a little too fast here. Okay, so I'll do a real quick run down here, and you can see me in action. I'll buy that just because I know. Sometimes I'll buy things that I know in our server are super expensive, and they're cheap somewhere else as well. That's tempting, but don't want to break my rules. That way I stay in the green, net positive here. There has been a few things that I have wasted millions of dollars on, like something with a O on meat. It was like almost $2 million I spent trying to level that, or sell that. It's like leopard meat or something. See, look at this. Now, I check these even though I don't really sell them on the side, because I can pick up a few free pieces. While I'm at it, let me show you my Chocobo saddlebag. This is some of my back-end product that's been saved. And as you can see here, over time, the stuff that I don't sell, I slowly slip into as I accumulate 99. Now, wheat on ours is sold for quite a bit. I'm the one that's manipulating it, so I'll buy it 100. This one I don't get very often, but it does sell well. Blue Spirit Ore. Our server is very cheap, though. Ooh, look at that. There we go. A little tiny bit of Cayman. I have 2,000. Now, I sell these at like 150, 125, 150 a lot of the times. So it's worth it. And you see, as time progresses, I keep accumulating more and more and more and more. Alright, we're going to do one more server, just for giggles. Then I'll show you guys the house I'm trying to get and aspire to buy. This has been maybe about 3 months worth of hard work to get all this set up. Now it's just replenishing and restocking over and over again. It's gotten monotonous, but in a good way. Alright, so now we're on Coral. You see how quickly you can just hop from back, server to server. Now, in your servers, guys, I like to see Sesame around 300, 350. This is actually pretty low on the beginning prices here. Yeah, rock salt, when I first started, was actually the cheapest thing available. And it gets to historic lows. You can pick that up and manipulate your market real easy. Actually, I'll go ahead and do it. Our server, these sell for 200 plus all the time, so I make a few exceptions here and there. Got Cayman, and then the last barb grass. Alright. So I didn't really spend all that much money, but when I resell this stuff, I'll make quite a few hundred K. Alright. Heading back to Zalera, and we'll finalize this video here with beautiful ocean scenery. Oops. Alright, so the place that I'm trying to get, and you guys, I love competition, feel free to do whatever you want. But please don't come here on purpose to screw me out of this. I'd appreciate it. Same time, I'm the kind of guy I don't get it, oh well. So the place I want is beautiful. It's got a market board with a summoning bell right here on the beach, where if you come out here, you got a chick here that'll fan you. That's right. You are my slave. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Yeah! Long day of victory. Alright, so the plot of land that I want is right there. Now, who wouldn't want this plot of land? It's only 3.75 mil, private buyers only, but the lotto system's broken, so that's the thing. Alright everybody, if you want to make a few mil quickly, this is a good start for you. Crafting gear that people will use for their questing. The approved grade 4 stuff from the Firmament diadem area, for people wanting to craft their levels up to 80 real fast and cheaply. Well, not cheaply, but this is a solid plan outside of all the people doing dyes, furniture, the newest, gear and stuff like that. I haven't even tapped into it. If you're lower level, you haven't even gotten to the in-game content yet, there is still hope. You can make a crap ton of money as long as you actually look into doing it. Thanks for watching.